continuing with the examples, number 19, we are given the function y equals x to the fourth, and we're interested in the length of its arc as x is between the values of 1 and 5. All right, so we know that we have to create a definite integral, and we know that that definite integral involves dy dx being squared. So let's start by finding dy dx. If y is equal to x to the fourth, let's quickly come up with the value for dy dx. What should it be? Yeah, 4x cubed. All right, so now that we have that, keep in mind that we then want to square it. All right, so 4x cubed needs to be squared, which leads us to 16x to the sixth. That's the value which we want to place into our integrand. All right, so now it's time to make that integrand. So we're looking at the integral symbol, and our low bound is 1, and our upper bound is 5, and then square root 1 plus dy dx being squared, so 16x to the sixth, and then a dx afterwards. And there's our integral. I believe which is actually check, that is answer D. And then with example number 20, we're kind of going in reverse. All right, we have the length of the arc is given by this integral right here, and the question is, what's the equation? And we can find the equation, the specific function, as long as we have an initial condition, and that initial condition is the 0.16. So let's go ahead and do this in reverse. We know that dy dx squared is 9x to the fourth. All right, so we can make that statement right there. Dy dx squared is equal to 9x to the fourth. And that leads us to the fact that dy dx will be the square root of this, which will be 3x squared. Now, if dy dx is 3x squared, now we can take the antiderivative in order to get y. Right? What's the antiderivative of 3x squared? Yeah, another one that's not all that bad. That's going to be x cubed. And since we're taking an antiderivative, we also need to take into account the arbitrary constant. So we have plus c. We want to solve for that c, and we can do so using the initial condition. So we would place 6 for y, 1 for x, and we can see that c is going to be equal to 5. And now we can just put it all together, that y is equal to x cubed plus 5. And that option, I believe, is B for example 20.